This video is dedicated to the Going Ogre board for charity event.
Join us for the 3rd annual Going Ogre board for charity event, featuring videos and live streams from across the NewTubers community, all raising money for Child's Play. Help us reach our goal of $5,000 by donating to Child's Play, interacting with and sharing videos and live streams, and spreading the word. You can find more info at goingogre.xyz or at goingogre on Twitter.
Welcome back to Wonderland, fellow Sphinxers and Laytonites. Today we'll be playing a game called Isoland. I picked it up on Steam because I really liked the look of it. It reminded me a lot of games I used to play on Newgrounds when I was younger, like Subnautica and the like. And I've already played through it once to minimize meandering, so this will be more of a walkthrough. So let's do a new game. Okay, we start off getting the basic intro. This is Dr. Cotton getting a letter. Mine? And fade to island. And just as a reminder that this video is dedicated to Child's Play, a really cool charity that donates games and toys to kids in need. Okay, so Mr. Cotton, dear Mr. Cotton, I mean Dr. Cotton. Doctors hate it when you call them Mr. Kind of like how my therapist hates it when I put too much space between the and rapist. I thought you should know about a series of mysterious events that have occurred on the eastern side of the Atlantic. We received a telegram from the number 4 lighthouse on the Lost Island. As the telegram showed, things are more complicated than we can imagine. Since you have a very high reputation in the area of global mysterious energy research, we beg you to help investigate this. Your friend, Mr. Kaka. That kid must have had a tough time growing up. I made the mistake of, when first attempting this puzzle I forgot to put the lid back down so I didn't see the marker here. So that'll come in handy a little bit later. Seagulls hate it when you poke them in the eye. This, I don't remember being here the first time I played through. This might be something that you get in a New Game Plus. So if I remember correctly, it's 20 east, 40... Nope. Maybe the other way around. Oh, wait. 20 west. There we go. Okay, then first thing we should do is start clicking this plant. And it reveals to us the cabinet handle. Here we get the scissors. And you'll notice these paintings with the numerals here, which will give us the answer to this puzzle later. This is something I never figured out the first playthrough, so maybe this is something that will open this round. This is also different. In the first playthrough, it gave you the solution to the puzzle downstairs. That'd be my main critique of this game, is that a lot of the puzzles you don't solve through logic or, inference. Basically, an answer is given to you and you just have to write it down and relay it into the puzzle. Not crazy about those kind of puzzles, if they can be called that. Okay, so if I remember correctly, this one's right. No? Sorry, I'm trying to rely on memory here, which obviously doesn't work in my case. Okay, there we go. And so, for those of you who just want a tad bit of a hint rather than watch me play through the whole thing, take note of this symbol here and that number. Honestly, I can't say I've ever been very good at these kind of puzzles. Mostly I kind of like work around the edges and hope it works. Okay, good. I solved it pretty quickly. Honestly, that was more luck than skill. This is also new. We'll come back to that. Got the weight. And we see a lot of Bill Cipher / Illuminati symbols throughout this game. I should mention that a less gentlemanly gamer would make notice of what these look like. But I will not, as Professor Layton would not approve. Okay. And here, we find this guy. Yeah, something I haven't seen before. Yeah, we can't do anything for that guy yet. Dissecting room? No fecal matter, Sherlock. Okay, then. This is also another element that I never figured out the purpose of. So maybe later. Did you come to this island as Boswell? Well, I didn't see an airport, buddy, so you tell me. And yeah, nothing we can do here yet. And make note of that, if you will. This is another puzzle I'm not crazy about, if it could be called that. To solve this, you know, you don't have to search for anything or get a clue. You just have to talk to this guy. And it gives you the answer. Can't say I'm crazy about puzzle solutions being simply to re-talk to an NPC. Okay, that opens. And this is the answer to that box on the beach. We'll get to that later. And then we have this dealie. I think it's just kind of a matter of I think this one does better here. Move that over there. And there we go. Don't forget that key. And this is also new. I'm guessing this is where all our triangles go. Now we'll have the solution to that already, so we'll do that later. This is something I should also mention. Here's the last bit for another one of the puzzles. And this will be where we can use an item to get another item later on. Kind of wish they would have given a better hint, or any hint at all really, that there's something over there, like maybe an inscription on the side. I'm not gonna bother talking to this guy. He just tells you he'll give you the passcode for this door here if you give him the Holy Grail. Then we have this dealie here. Yeah, this puzzle's pretty easy to manage. You just have to kind of line these up in sets of 2. Clicking. Right. There we go. Then we get that. We can go back to that guy. Oh, forgot I have to fill it with holy water. There's that. Is this real holy water? You can't fool me. It's kind of weird that everyone here talks like a sputtering car. If it's really holy water, I can rejuvenate as well. I'm more than happy to stab you and we can see what happens. The password to open the door is 37. Oh, I will not say it. 37256. Kind of made the error before that. I thought the 37 wasn't a part of the code. I thought he was like giving us a fake code. So yeah, that was my bad. Sorry. Again, I'm relying on memory. And what was it? 37256. Yeah, you will say it. Okay, I was reading it. 37. 3725. There we go. And then we get that. We can't really do anything with this altar yet, but might as well get that out of the inventory. This we can kill the world's dumbest fish for, not even attempting to get back to the water. Then again, maybe this fish, since he seemed to survive so long out of our, maybe he was the missing link. Okay. Then this we use to turn on the lighthouse. But first we have to solve a reflector puzzle. Specifically, yeah, I think that's how that one went. And there. Okay. And you can't really see it yet, but if you go back here, you can see that's some of the ship. And for good measure, poke that seagull one more time. I really wish someone would get rid of this. I hate it when corpses pile up. And this one, you won't figure out until you attempt to open the door, but only this guy knows the answer, and you just have to solve a simple addition problem to figure out what it is. Not crazy about a puzzle that simple either. At first I thought it was the number on the side here, and we had to make some educated guesses, but... Yes. 19... 97. Okay, and that opens, and we can grab a whole bunch of stuff, including one of those things. And we grab a clearly orange starfish that's labeled blue for some reason. Okay, I don't have the hammer yet, which I'll need. Then we'll read this thing. It just kind of contains some lore about the island. Nothing spectacularly fascinating, so I'm just gonna slowly wade through this. If you want to read it, feel free to pause. I'm just in it for what's at the very end. No, something that I did like while first reading this. What was it? Adventure! Anyone think of the marvelous misadventures of Flapjack when reading that? I missed that show. They never did get to Candy Island. Something about sea monsters. Like how they did an anatomical drawing of the dog Sphinxer. Very detailed. Space! I dare you to not read that in Space Core's voice. Portal reference. It's looking worse for wear. And some gibberish. Not sure if this is related to maybe one of the unsolved puzzles, but then we get this. Yeesh. Even though I knew it was coming, this face creeps me out. It's like when you catch eyes with another guy through the bathroom, the crack in the bathroom stall. I guess, in this case, more of a glory hole. gonna put a quarter in the ungentlemanly jar for saying glory hole, but you can't tell me you didn't think that. Okay, of these items, I should take stock because I'm losing track. Okay, I think there's nothing hit. We can use the shovel here. Get this bone. Then we have a light beam puzzle. This one kind of took me a while the first time because I was hell-bent on, you know, my aesthetic for symmetry demanded that this thing stayed in the middle, but such was not the case. And I think it was actually here. Let's see. Sorry, my memory fails me at the moment. Let's see, yeah, I think that was there. That was there. And right. Now, just gotta get this blue bit in the right places. And there we have it. Now we can get this bucket. Oop, nope. Not sure what I was thinking there. Then put that there, and we get the hammer for hammer time. Okay. This is one of my favorite puzzles of the game. I really like these kind of logic puzzles here. So as you can see, it gives you the general rules here. I forget what this style puzzle is called, but I can dig it. Okay, so first off, we know that all these must be lit up. And we know that these have to be lit up because only the one on the end will be unlit. These can't be connected, so that there, that there. Now we know that there's no more in this row, that's good. Let's see. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kind of a tactic you can use that you can just count from the end and overlap the ones. And that'll help you out a lot. Okay, we know that those two must be lit. Okay. Oh, and this one is 8. So we know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we know no more here. This one has to be lit. No more can be in this row. So that means this one and this one are lit. That clears this row, this row, this row. Now we just need, well, we know that one's there. Okay, then we know, now we know that's there, that's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Get another one of these mystery triangles. One more of these. And this also just contains some more lore. But what I find it weird is that it's labeled Cotton. Much like our Dr. Cotton that we are playing. From what I can understand the lore, there's like a lot of time paradoxes on this island, so I think that maybe throughout the game the past Dr. Cotton and future Dr. Cotton are kind of talking with each other, maybe. If anyone has better understanding of the lore, feel free to comment below. I'd be interested in better understanding it. This guy just tells us that we need certain items to fuel the ship. I think we're just missing the red flower here. Nope. Here's Doggo here. Knick-knack, paddywhack. Yeah, he doesn't take it, but anytime any point-and-click puzzler knows, whenever you have a bone in your inventory, you want to try giving it to a dog. And for some reason, he is very talkative for a dog. Bark, bark, I'm a shark. I love that rocket jump video. Definitely would recommend watching it. Just go binge it now. Okay, now I think we have everything we need to solve this. So as you can see from below, A is the red flower, B is for bone. So put that there. There. Now we just need the starfish. There we go. And that opens up the pyramid. We can't really do anything there yet, though. Think of the fastest way to go about this. I know that we can use this hammer to get this. We get the blue alien heart. Nope, I'm overshot. Then we can give this guy back. And he regurgitates the last token we need for a puzzle. And it behooves you to notice how he's blinking here for a future puzzle. Let's go. We're just gonna leave him there. Okay, and I think it's pretty obvious, but you'll want to make note of these symbols for a later puzzle. And now we get a Chaos Emerald. I think that's everything here. This is also new. I think that's for that thing, the factory. And something I should mention. When I was playing through the game the first time, I tried clicking on this bug. And as you can see, crack, crack. And it shows you this little hidden Easter egg. I think the author is thanking some backers or some developers or playtesters. But you can bet your biscuits that this will come in play for a puzzle later on, as well as these. And let's see. Kind of also relying on memory again, but yep, got it. We can off with his head. This door's new. It's a slidey puzzle. I kind of hate slidey puzzles. But you're probably saying, Treasure, but you love Professor Layton, and they have lots of slidey puzzles. Yeah, well, they shouldn't. If I could, I would start a petition to get all slidey puzzles out of Professor Layton games. I'm sure anyone of you who's tried to 100% all the puzzles in one of those games can understand how I feel. Not gonna lie to you, I'm basically gonna be flailing here. Let's see, now I just need to get that guy out. Okay, glad that I was honestly expecting that to take much longer. This is new. Got a little Cthulhu guy here. And got some rods to ram into holes. It's really difficult being a gentlemanly YouTuber. There's so many richer jokes to make. I don't have what we need for this one, but for this one, as you remember, we saw all those weird lines that resemble these. And as you can see, this is just a 2 plus an inverse 2, 5, and 3. So we just gotta go in the order that we found them. I'm ashamed to say this puzzle took me a bit longer than I had hoped for because I forgot that the number 5 didn't have this middle one here connected. Then that, we got this stone. And here we have this weird inscription. You're finally here, Dr. Cotton. However, I'm now in the remote Gamma Galaxy. After doing the research for nearly 40 years, I discovered that the Lost Island is one of the connections between the Earth and other planets. You'll see the truth by starting at the Avebury Stone Circle. I believe we will meet soon. Something. So yeah, it looks like he's some kind of time paradox that we have to figure out. Okay. Oh, I should admit, the Stone Circle. Oh, there's my Dr. Freeman commemorative. This one, Iron Hook. Obviously a crowbar, though. Then we have the Simpsons space alien guy here. And this is new. These are those same symbols we saw in that Easter egg room. I'll have to take note of that. Okay, we'll get back to that. Where was I? Right, we can go back to the temple. We can give this guy some head. And we get that. And we go back here. And we can attach that. So as you probably noticed that these... Oh, before we solve this one, I still remember the solution, but you probably won't be able to solve it on your own until you did this. So if you remember, excuse me, we have an iron bucket, which we, excuse me again, we can fill up this with holy water. And what does one do with holy water though? Of course, we put out a fire. Seems kind of like a waste for holy, rejuvenating resurrection water, but whatever. Now I've got these pinchers, so just call me Leonardo da Vinci. I admit I did not invent that joke, that was the Game Grumps, but I'm very much a fan. Then with the adhesive tape, we can, as you can see, it's flashing colors and numbers. Oh, while I'm also here, we can do this. I have no idea what to press on there yet, so we'll skip that. While we're here, we can take this iron hook, get this last weird stone dealie. And we can go back here. As you can tell, there was that wall in the temple that had these symbols correlating to numbers, and then we also have the colors related to numbers. So if I remember correctly, this green dealie is the Triforce, blue dealie croissant, yellow dealie sun, and red dealie eye. Then we get black beads. Now I think we have everything we need for this. Admittedly, it took me a while to figure out we need to put the beads in here. Now we have all those weird mystery stones that we can place according to their symbol. And then with that, black beads become blue beads. And this admittedly took longer than I had hoped for, but I figured that I realized that these were stairs that lead me up to the Bill Cipher Illuminati symbol here, where we can insert the blue beads. And this is actually where my first playthrough ended. Let's see if something different happens now. Okay, looks like instead of going to the credits like before, it does that. So, but we have the solution, I think, to this puzzle now. Not gonna mention what these look like. Whoever developed this had a dirty mind. I know fidget spinner was the last I remember. Squiggle, I think, was first. This was here. Huh. Honestly, I was just going from memory there. I'm very impressed with myself. Okay, here's that factory puzzle. And we have this. Oh, see, these things have the eyelashes, just like those weird symbols. Okay, gotta... So yeah, pyramid? Yeah, I was right, they have these weird eyelashes, and those symbols correlate to the ones here. These have eyelashes on the outside, and I think determine the number. Before we get ahead of ourselves, let's finish that one puzzle in the factory. Crud, I should have taken more time to memorize it, but either that. Okay, got it. A mystery cone. Okay. I'm gonna quickly write down the answer to that puzzle in there, and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. So if I did everything right, I think that this will be the solution here. Okay, that definitely did something. Will my mystery cone stack on that? Oh, well, it worked. We got a guy here with a severe case of hydrocephalus. Nice to meet you. Looks like you didn't give up investigating the Lost Island. I really appreciate your perseverance. I'll tell you a secret. 4325. And the secret chamber of the pyramid, the cane in the hand of the idol will lead you to the truth. Okay, we know that one. So let's see. This pyramid. Okay, so he hinted 4325. The only thing I can think of is maybe clicks or the length here. I know, let's make that the longest. Oh, that did something. Okay, let's go into the space Vajingo. We got ourselves a Lovecraftian thingy here. Poke, poke, okay. Didn't like that. And he's scanning. Oop, bad. It was all a dream. So yeah, apparently this island was some kind of Cthulhu dream. Wasn't there a Final Fantasy game that was ended just like this? What else? Yeah, a Zelda game as well. But looks like we won. One thing bugging me though, we never found out what those weird symbols are, you know, next to the lion in that Easter egg room, or that red box in the lighthouse. But I'm kind of already behind. I'm supposed to upload this video later today for the charity event, so don't really have time to go seeking it out, but if any of you have any information, I would be really happy to hear about in the comments. Again, this video is dedicated to Child's Play, really cool charity. I'll leave the link to their site in the description, so please check them out and consider donating. Again, thanks so much for joining me in Wonderland today's Sphinxers, and I hope you have a great one.